and touch the sky. In the city of angels, feels like I'm coming home. With my head up in the clouds, I am searching for something, and I'm still hoping. 'Cause I wanna be in, not out, wanna make this all count. Yes, I wanna go crazy now, gonna make this all count. Feeling like a rock star, 'cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
But it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. was that stupid? Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. I'm just a fool for you. For you. For you.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Hey, I've got you on my mind. Yeah, you're all that I think about. You know you got me going wild, and what I want is you. Could you come a little closer? I want you by my side, and I'll try the best I can to make you feel this way. Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. Tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, 'cause I'd do anything. I just wanna be with you. How can you make me feel this way? Don't let me down, down, down. It could be you and I want you now, 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 now. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you. I just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna stay here with you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. I just moved my microphone, so I don't know if I'm like peaking and like I don't know if I'm picking up too much, if I need to turn it down or what's going on. I decided to go red with the backdrop because of Project Red, and this is the last week to submit. So February 22nd, actually February 21st at midnight is your last chance to submit something for Project Red. And I believe we only have 2 submissions on the club. Let me check. So there might not even be a 3rd place this year or this month. That's okay. But I would really like to see what you guys can create. I see Brent Nunley put up a picture of a woman in red lingerie. I don't know if that had anything to do with Project Red or not, but I think he wanted to change his avatar to a sexy lady. But we've got, we do have 3 submissions. So I need to show Dustin's tonight. Let me go ahead and download that real quick. So let me do this. So how's y'all's week? I wanted to show y'all. I put a picture of it on the club, but this is my latest T-shirt. This is Shawnide Studios, the Splat logo. It's like I got hit with a paintball. But I just wanted to show you guys the quality. The fabric is wonderful. It's like this really soft, kind of a, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like the old beefy tees that I used to print on. This is actually a premium shirt. And then the design looks pretty good. You can tell that it's done with one of the newer like T-shirt printers, as opposed to straight screen printing. So I don't know if you guys know the whole T-shirt world, but the way they can mass produce these T-shirts now is they actually have a printer, just like we have on our computers, that actually print T-shirts. I would love to have a T-shirt printer. I would make shirts all the time. But anyway, so the white's not like pure white that you've seen on like, you know, like a baseball shirt or like one of those shirts you get like, you know, you would get printed locally or whatever. But I will say I was really impressed with how detailed the T-shirt came out and how good it looks. It's not bright, but it still looks really, really awesome. All right, and so I just wanted to. I think it's the first vector design that I put up on Spreadshirt that I actually bought to see what it was like. I purchased several and sent them to other people, but I've never had them in my hands. So that's what's going on there. But I love the shirt. I've worn it several times. But nobody's answered me whether I sound too heavy or not. Y'all are busy talking to each other. It's like y'all are in a chat or something. But let me get this ready while you guys talk amongst yourselves. I got a lot of flying. Well, I wanted to get a lot of flying done today, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it was probably the windiest day I've ever tried to fly a drone, and I was trying to fly my DJI FPV drone, but I've added braces to it, and I put a 360 camera on top of it, and the wind was just nuts. And so I felt really uncomfortable flying it just because it was just a weird flight. So I think the GoPro mount that I bought for the DJI FPV drone put my 360 camera right on top of the GPS. So I was flying it over over the ballpark, which is red for Project Red, and it lost GPS connection in the middle of the flight. And I'll show several videos of it tonight, but every once in a while you'll see the drone just kind of jerks, and it's like losing connection, losing GPS, so it's like stopping, and then it goes again. So there's that going on. And then while I was flying over the ballpark, I got a notification saying the home point was updated. Now, the worst thing for me that I ever want to hear is, well, I'm flying over a telephone pole, or I'm flying over a light, a huge light pole, or even on the roof of something, for my drone to say it's updated the home point. And in your goggles, in your DJI FPV goggles, you can see where the home point is. It's great for when you fly really far away, and then you can get kind of your composure as to where you are, and so you can fly back to yourself. Well, all of a sudden, my home point was right in the middle of the ballpark, where there's there's probably 50 light poles, and there's like nets so that the ball doesn't go outside of the ball field, and there's just all kinds of crap that I don't want to land on, right? So that was pretty exciting day, to say the least. But it all worked out. I got my drone back, but the flight with my 360 camera on it only lasted about 8 minutes because it was weird. It was just a weird flight. It was windy. My drone was flying weird. So there was just a lot of weird stuff going on, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it was a beautiful day, about 68 degrees today, but it was super windy. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm excited. We got 2 Project Red videos to show tonight. It's weird. I saw one. I don't remember when this one was posted from Dustin, but it was it was posted 4 days ago. So much has happened in my life in 4 days. There was a Super Bowl. There was a Super Bowl party. It was Valentine's Day. A lot of stuff going on at work. Just so many things have gone through my head since I saw that video. So I just want to make sure I get it on the show tonight. By the way, we are on Melon. We are no longer in StreamYards. We are now on Melon. So, yeah. How's it going? I did a test the other day, and I'm glad I did a test because my camera was set up to 720. And after I watched the test, I was like, man, that video just looks like crap. But then, so I went back and checked my settings. So hopefully I'm crispy and clear tonight. I look really blue, so I'm not sure. I look like the same color as my shirt, which is weird. So the white balance is freaking out because of the red in the background. It's probably trying to turn that red into white. But anyway, so we're going to have a good time tonight. I put out an invite in the club, so if you guys are part of the club, that would be awesome. Chris Hope, welcome to the chat. I just sent you an email, Chris. So I responded to that. I don't think there was anything wrong about my address that I sent you, but I re-typed it in. So hopefully that will, you can see what's wrong with it. But yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff with the post office. We've been getting other people's mail and stuff like that. So they might have just not done a good job that day when they tried to deliver it. But anyway, so that's that. So yeah, welcome, Mr. Spat, or just Spat. Hope you're having a good night. Let's see who all we got in the chat. I'm running the live stream on my laptop, so I get maybe six comments. I get more comments over here. So Maybe I'll just run it over here. So Nacho's in the house. Nacho's at work, so he's not in the house. He's not in a house. So he'll probably pop in and out, and I'll probably get him fired because he's watching my live stream. One Vision Aerial, Dustin is in the house. Steven Drones is in the house. Eat More Possum. Mike Hernack is in the house. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not used to two consonants being next to each other. Bob Casey is in the house. Jim's Droning is in the house. There's a Russian in the house. Is that everybody? Chris is in the house. Mr. Spat. Mario Nappa's here. What's up, y'all? We got a good show tonight. We got, how many people we got in here? We got 10 people in here. Like, it's not even 7 yet. I'm really proud of y'all. Hopefully this is due to everybody hanging out on the club and starting to really post some things. We're gonna go to the club tonight and look at some pictures that Mario put up from the Mavic 3. We've got a video from Nacho. The video from Nacho is only 480p, but I'm going to play that anyway. And then we've got some Project Red submissions, which are pretty exciting. And then I'm going to show you my flight today. So I think it was Bob Casey that has been asking for a video of the Air 2S with the FPV. So I went out to the ballpark today and I flew a drone link mission with my Air 2S. And so put that in the bag, and I thought that I only had one SD card, so I pulled the SD card out of the Air 2S. It was my good one too. It was my 128 gigabyte, and I was going to move it over to the DJI FPV drone, but the DJI FPV drone had an SD card in it. So then I was like, but I had already packed up my Air 2S, so I just put it in a pocket. And when I got home, it was not in that pocket because I forgot to zip the pocket up. So hopefully that SD card is in my car or somewhere, but I feel like I've lost that SD card, and so I lost that flight. So the flight with my DJI FPV drone wasn't that great because it was really windy. I lost GPS signal. It was like there was a lot of extra effort to get my drone back safe. So I did not enjoy the flight. I even took I brought it back and then swapped out batteries. And what's funny is like the first time that I flew the DJI FPV drone today, I had put a battery in it that was not with the latest firmware. So after I landed, it said, "Hey, the firmware is not in sync with your drone." And I was like, "So you just let me fly 8 minutes." So I don't know if the firmware in the battery might have been why it was flying weird, or if it's because I put all of this other stuff on the drone and all that kind of stuff. So those are all the things that we're going to talk about. It's about 7 o'clock, so I say we get into it. So yeah. So what we're going to show first, I am going to share Project Red with y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm going to take some of the stuff off the screen. I wish there was like an overlay button that I could just turn the overlays off and on, because it's kind of hidden deep in the nethers. And I'll probably turn the wrong one back on. But so what we have here, y'all, is the club. And I'm in Project Red right now. How you get to Project Red is if you come up to the club Oh, first of all, if you haven't joined the club, join the club. It's really easy. You just go and type in your email address and your name and username and register, and then you'll get an email from the club, and then you just need to click on the link to accept the just to prove that that's you. And then all that does is it keeps the club from being filled up with a bunch of spam people. And then once you're in the club, then you have access to groups, you have access to chat with people. It's all free. And the way that I'm keeping it free is I'm using this right panel over here. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse, can you? Anyway, so the right sidebar has ads on it, and hopefully that will pay for everything that we're doing on the club. Okay. So to get to Project Red, there is under social, this is kind of the menu, and you go to groups, and in groups you have all these different groups that I've started creating. I've started one about live streams, one about t-shirt and hat ideas. Every month the projects that we're doing on the channel, you win either a hat or a t-shirt from my merchandise store. And I'm a graphic designer, so it's really easy and a lot of fun for me to design t-shirts and hats. Okay, so the point of t-shirt and hat ideas is so you guys can put ideas of t-shirts that you would actually want to wear, because I don't want to make a shirt that you guys don't want to wear. That's pointless. It doesn't help me, it doesn't help you. But if there's any kind of shirt that you think, like a clever idea that of a t-shirt or hat that you would like to wear, put those ideas in that group. So basically you click on here, and then if you post in this group, then we'll have it, and maybe we can vote on things, stuff like that. But I want to really get to, and then the other thing is, since Project Red is almost over, next week I need to announce what next month's project is. So in monthly project ideas, if you have an idea for the monthly project, you can add it here in monthly project ideas. Okay, I've created one already, and you can vote on like Project Dirt, Project Cars, Project Construction, Project My Town, Project Water. So those are the 5 options that we are going to choose one for the month of March. But so you can go in there and vote. There's a lot of dirt and a lot of construction right now around my house, so I'm pushing for one of these two. But that's what that's all about. Okay, so I'm going to go back to groups. Also, groups are separated by categories. So I've got like monthly projects. All the drone groups are in here. And I believe you guys can create your own groups. So we want to keep the club safe and just a happy place for all of us. So if there's something that's inappropriate or something that makes people uncomfortable, I'll probably delete it. We're going to stay away from religion and politics and anything that makes people mad. I don't want anybody mad on the club. Okay? We've all got our opinions. We've all got our, all feel strongly about some things, but I would like the club, just like in the title, it's the AV Club, so I'd like it to keep it all like YouTube, video, photos, creativity. Like, I'd like to keep it all in that realm, okay? Because that's what my channel's about. All right? So let's go Project Red. So in Project Red, February's assignment is Project Red. Winner gets a t-shirt of his or her choice. Post your videos in this group. All right? So we've got rules down here. Must be a member of the club. Must have something red in your video. must be 2 to 2.5 minutes long, and must add a link to the YouTube video in the group. The reason we're using YouTube is because I can't store I couldn't store sorry, I saw Jim's comment. So you can't vote for anything except for dirt? Well, sounds like dirt it is. Just kidding. The reason I want to do YouTube is because I don't have the bandwidth to store your video. And what I like about using YouTube links is it allows people to connect to your YouTube channel or connect to you outside of the club. So, for example, this is Project Red. This is by Jim. And if I roll over Jim's name, well, it's not working. Maybe because I'm already subscribed to him. Here we go. So if you roll over the avatar, then it says that you're subscribed. See, yeah, there you go. Oh, well, look at there. I just subscribed to Dustin's channel just like that. I thought I was, but that's weird. Make sure I'm subscribed to Jim's. I'm not subscribed to Jim. This might not be getting the accurate stuff. But anyway, so it's an easy way to subscribe to people's channels, as shown just there. We've got a submission from Jim. We've got one from Dustin, and we've got one from Steven Drones. I showed Steven Drones last week, and this week I'm going to show video from Dustin, and I'm going to show a video from Jim. So I'm going to stop sharing this. And since I didn't have Dustin's queued up, I'm going to go ahead and add his now. All right. That's weird. All right. So I'm going to pause this because I want to put my my overlay back on. Okay. And this is just so that I can show it on my channel without getting any kind of weird little things going on. So this is One Vision Aerial. This is his submission. He's got a red bridge going on there. That's cool. I like those that are over like railroad tracks. We've got a red, white, and blue flag. We got a red crane. We got a red food truck down there. We got a bunch of red cars. A lot of red stuff going on. Scares me every time I see wires right in screen. So this is a crane he's flying around. It's got some red on it. Dustin, what drone are you using here? Looks like a windy day. So the trim on the crane number is red, and then when he zooms out or backs up, there's some red on it. I might be covering it with my face right now. I've turned all the audio off on all these videos because I got a copyright strike last month. So if you want to watch the video with the audio that it was submitted with, Yeah, there's some red in that shipping container back there. If you want to see the video as it was intended, go to the club and watch it. All right. So Mike said he's almost to 100. Awesome. And then he flew the gap right there. Very cool. And then this was, he put this in here for me to try to get some extra points, but I talked about how I'd love to see some rusty metal, and he was driving by this field and saw all that rusty metal, and he was like, I got to put that in there for Sean. So brownie points for that. All right, so that was submission. That was one of the submissions we're going to show tonight. This next one is from Jim's Droning. Let's go ahead and watch that. I thought this was really creative. And I don't know if it's playing or not, is it? My computer might be dying because I've got like 15 videos queued up. So One More Vision said that that was the SG906 Pro 2. All right, so there's no red in this video at all, and then there's a heart. He's got a little creativity going in the editing, and then that's cool. I thought this was awesome. It kind of reminds me of like, it doesn't look like infrared photography, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. So he's playing around with all the color grading and all the filters in his editing suite. So I thought this just turned out really cool. And the snowy, the snowy backdrop is a great palette for these effects. So I really like Jim thinking outside of the box here. So, and I really like the smokestacks. It always amazes me when you see smoke in the distance and it looks like it's frozen. Like it looks like we're flying through a picture right now, but I know we're not. But that smoke back there is moving so slow that it's just kind of stuck there. And it might have to do with the cold atmosphere, and the smoke's not moving that much. But whoa! Now we're going backwards. Very cool. What's up, Charles? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. Whew. Gotta get some caffeine in me. Charles said it looks frozen in time. I agree. I think it's like, it just looks really, really cool. Especially because you can't, like, at this distance, you can't really see like cars moving, or you can't really see people. So like, it's almost like really peaceful up in the air. You're not like there's so many houses down there. There's got to be people everywhere, but you don't see them because you're up in the air, and it looks really cool. So, and I forget who made the suggestion. It might have been Mario last month to keep the videos down to 2, to set a time limit. So we said 2 to 2.5 minutes. The videos were about, the ones that have been submitted, besides like the logos or whatever, they've been right at that amount. And I think it's really good for the live stream because we can show several of them without... I think it's a good length. So that was a great suggestion by Mario. So the next video I have, this is something that Nacho posted on the club. And this video is only in 480p. I'm not sure that he intended it to be just that size, but I want to play it. He said that he should have submitted it during Project Metal. So it's a metal bridge. So I thought the video turned out really cool. So this is his video. And I'm not digging the way that it's not playing automatically. So there's one downside for Melon right now. I do have a lot of videos queued up, so this is probably my computer not buffering or anything like that. But check this out. Flying under the bridge. Flying around the top of the bridge. I think that's a really cool shot. The parallax with the stuff in the foreground moving slow and then the stuff in the background moving faster. I love that stuff. Flying through this big gap. Pretty cool. I think it's a really cool video. That car was moving really fast, so I don't know if it was moving at a different pace. The cloud's there. This is definitely time lapse, this last part. But very cool video by Nacho Rolling. If you're not subscribed to Nacho's channel, go check that out. And then the next video I want to show is from Steven Drones. I usually show these at the end, but sometimes I forget this video. So it was 68 degrees here in Nashville, but it's obvious from this Amazon build that I'm going to show from Steven Drones that it was not 68 degrees there. So this is Amazon build week 32 from Steven Drones. And it's frozen. There we go. They almost got the roof. I thought with all that snow, they'd have the roof done by now. Like, I feel like every time it snows, then they got to clean the warehouse out again. I love that the parking lot is not covered in snow, so you can see a lot of contrast between the parking lot and the snow. I think it's really cool. A lot of Steve's videos from this position usually has like a really nice sunset behind those mountains or a really pretty sky, but you can tell it's like dreary, snowy, gray and white. Like I'm cold just watching this video. But yeah, what I like about that shot is like it was flying towards the cars, and then we're flying backwards. I'm starting to really dig backward shots. What do you guys think? But the Amazon build is taking shape. There's Steven Drones right there. What's up, buddy? So that was week 32 of the Amazon build, and that was from Steven Drones. He flies Unique Typhoon H Plus. And I forgot to ask Jim what he was flying in his video. So curious, Jim, as to what drone you're flying there. Is really crispy picture. So let us know what you're flying there. Steven Drones says that it started to snow at the end of his video. So that's crazy. All right. So those are all the videos from other people that I want to show today. So let's see. Yep. So I'm going to delete the videos off of StreamYard, so hopefully, or sorry, off of Melon, so hopefully that it won't. Maybe I can free up some space. All right. So what I did this week, and I got a couple videos coming out on my channel. One is going to be, I pimped out my DJI FPV drone. All the accessories that I purchased whenever I bought the drone, I finally got around to making a video of me putting them on. There were some screws that were a little pain in the butt. I realized that some of them weren't seated yet, so I had to screw the screw all the way in and then unscrew it, and then it finally worked because I had to thread some of the plastic and stuff like that. But had a good time. Jim's Droning said that it was the Mavic 3. Lucky. He's got a Mavic 3. Oh! I wanted to show his pictures. Let's do that before... Oh, that's me. All right. Something else you might not know about the club is over on the left-hand side, there are the latest photos that people have posted. And you can see right here, you've got a lady in lingerie. Thank you, Brett Nunley. But I wanted to show, these are videos that, or these are pictures that Jim posted from his DJI Mavic 3, and these are panorama pictures. So what a panorama picture is with a drone is it takes, this looks like a full 360 sphere. But if you uploaded this, and Jim, I'll send you a link in this post, and I'll show you where to upload this picture so you can actually view it in 360 on the internet. It's a social media called Kula. I use it all the time to post my 360 photos. But this is done with several images. Usually it's like 36 or 48 images. But the drone will take a picture here, and then a picture here, then a picture here, and it'll do that in layers so that all the pictures overlap, and then it stitches them together. And you can tell that it's stitched because the sky, like DJI drones, don't point up like the Parrot Anafi does. So whenever you do a sphere with drones that just point forward, you get this kind of weird sky thing. But everything else looks awesome in this. And is that you in the middle, Jim? Is that... Oh, you can see my... Is that you right there? That's cool. So this is this mode. Here's another one that looks awesome. I love this this beautiful grass right here, or whatever this is. These weeds that are lining the road. I think that looks really, really cool. So I think that's cool. And it looks like those are those smokestacks that we saw earlier. This is a panorama, like it's a vertical panorama. I like the city in the background. It's pretty cool. And then this is another shot, and this is just kind of a, it's not the full panorama, but I believe this is like 9 pictures that it stitches together, which makes a really big picture. So I wanted to show that. Jim is just, yes, 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 yes. It's funny, there's a lag, so I don't know exactly what you say yes to when you say it in the chat. That's kind of funny. So yeah, there's that. So Oh, Jim said that was a 180. So it's everything kind of in front of you. So if you see like a 360 camera, you got one lens in the front, one lens in the back. That's what that's doing, is it's just kind of getting what's in front of the drone, and it's looking up there, and then it makes that big picture. All right, so I want to show you guys the setup of the Project Red video that I was going to make. I looked around for other things in my town, but nothing looks better from a drone than that ballpark that is on my channel all the time. I love that ballpark. I love flying over there. There's not a lot of crazy people like yelling at me. Like I had three people walk up to me today, and I had wonderful conversations with them. And I think what it really boils down to is, when I fly my drones, I'm respecting everybody else's space. And when people come up to me, I'm not freaked out when they come up to me. I talk to them with confidence, and it give people kind of a peaceful notion that I know what I'm doing. I'm flying over there in the corner away from everybody, so I'm not trying to spy on your kids, or I'm not trying to do anything creepy. Like, I'm just having a good time over here on a nice day. This big open field next to the ballpark. I do fly over to the ballpark, but I always start out just kind of in the safe area. Ended up meeting somebody that owned the land that the ballpark is on before it became a ballpark, and the school that I fly over, that was his land too. So, yep, no crazy Karens, Dustin. So I wanted to show you guys this is me. I'm going to do a real video on YouTube, but this is some of the footage of what my setup was today. And I hope I find that SD card that had my mission with my Air 2S, or I'm going to have to wait a couple weeks until I get paid again so I can get another SD card. So that was my big SD card that I put in everything, and I usually rely on it for 360 videos and stuff like that. So it was really frustrating that I didn't come home with that SD card. But this is a video of everything that I put on my drone. So hopefully it'll play. All right, so what we've got is, I've got a red shell. I've got braces on the side. I've got a bumper on the front of the drone. And then I've got a GoPro mount with the Insta360 1R on it. Okay. I think it looks really cool because the 1R's battery is red. Like, everything is black and red. It just looks tight. Even the tips on the reason I went with red is because the tips on the blades are red, and I just like the way this turned out. But when I was swapping out the shell, that the mount is right where the GPS module is. It's right there. Pretty sure. So lost GPS signal during this flight. So I wasn't too happy about that. So that's what the flight was that I did today, was with the DJI FPV drone with the Insta360 1R on top. When it took off, the whole drone just kind of leaned back a little bit. So anyway, so I'm going to show you some footage of today's flight with this setup. And I'm getting pretty brave at flying down to the ground, like through poles, and like getting down so the poles are like going by me instead of me just being on top of the poles. I'm getting a little brave there. This ballpark is good because there's no wires everywhere. There's just this one like huge power lines that go right through the middle of the property. So there's the ballpark on one side of the wires, and then there's this open field that's kind of like overflow parking on the other side of those wires. So every time I'm going through there, all I have to do is get like 120 feet up in the air, and I know I'm going to clear those wires. So I've gone over to those wires really, really slow and made sure I knew how tall they were and all that kind of stuff. So now the only thing I have to do is I just look at my altitude when I'm going over that line, and I haven't been brave enough to go under them and over the fence. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that, but anyway, so today it was super windy. It was so stinking windy that it was probably the dumbest day for me to fly my new setup. Like every time I start out with a new setup, I take baby steps. I'll fly it over grass just in case it falls out of the air. It's going to bounce on the grass and get dirty, but it's not necessarily going to crack on the concrete. And then I will kind of juice it forward and juice it back and like see how it recovers itself whenever I take like deep turns or I accelerate or I back off. So in this video that I'm about to show you, I'm going to show you the same video 4 times. Okay, these are all done with my Insta360 Yeah, that's the complete name of the camera. But I've put it into Final Cut Pro and I've edited it from several different angles, the exact same footage. What I love about 360 footage is that I can look everywhere. So I point the camera in different spots using Final Cut Pro, and they've got a tiny planet mode that I can zoom in and zoom out and all that kind of stuff. So Mr. Spat, I do practice a little bit, and I do have some other drones that I'm not worried about crashing them, but this drone in particular, I do not want to crash it. So the best way to not crash it is to, learn as I go. All right. I do practice acro, but still not really confident with it. So we'll get there, but I don't know if I'm going to do that on this drone, to be honest. This is the drone that I will return to home it's got GPS, like all that kind of stuff. This is the FPV drone that I've always wanted, and so I'm definitely not going to do crazy things with it. So that's just my 2 cents. The drone that I will do some crazy things with, it's not a freestyle drone. It's a Whoop. I have a iFlight Bumblebee. I think it's version 1. It was right when the Bumblebee came out, but I think they're on version 4 now, 3 or 4. So I might sell it and upgrade to another Whoop. But I like. It's got the original air unit on it, so it's got a great camera on it, and so I think I'm just going to fly that without putting any extra weight on it, and just go for it with that. But as far as the DJI FPV drone, I'm still going to take baby steps with that. All right, and I'm not going to do flips, and I'm not going to do a bunch of that stuff with that. If I get comfortable with acro with my iFlight Bumblebee, I will get a freestyle drone and try to learn how to do some flips and stuff. But the first time I did it, I didn't like it, so the DJI FPV drone is getting me back into that. So we'll see what happens. Never say never, right? So yeah. So I want to show you guys, this is angle 1, and it's complete planet mode. All right, so check this out. Buffering, still buffering. So far that's what I don't like about Melon. But overall, everything is pretty top quality. what I've been using so far. So this is my Project Red DJI FPV drone. I wanted to get the takeoff in there, and then I took out me testing the waters, and this is me getting to the good part of my flight where I'm starting to fly over the ballpark. Now you see it jerks right there, and then it jerks a couple other times. I'm actually losing signal, and I'm losing GPS. And at one point, I don't remember if it was right here, but it decides to update the home point right there. When it jerked right there, it said updating the home point. And I don't know if I just started flying without setting the home point, or if it was, it sat there for a little while to get, it sat there for at least 2 or 3 minutes before I actually took off anyway, because I was getting all set up. And so when I've done this in the past, when I've put cameras on top of drones, sometimes I'll forget to turn off the Wi-Fi or turn off the Bluetooth, so the camera is not trying to send signals to my phone. Turn all the networking off of the camera. I should have done that, but I probably didn't do that today. But I had 12 satellites. So when I've done this in the past, I've only had like 3 satellites or 4 satellites. So, but I thought the tiny planet was really cool. When I exported the 360 video, I wanted it to be directional instead of to point in one direction the entire time. So I thought this was kind of cool. It's just kind of flying around the planet. So Charles said that's very funky. Jim says Pavo 30 HD has air unit. There's a drone. It was actually on the ad on when we were just looking at the club. There was an ad for it over in the right. Potato Jet just flew the quad version of it, but there's a hexacopter of a drone that's about fit in the palm of my hand, that you can put the Insta360 Go 2 on it. I might sell my other drones just to get that. So I think that'll be really, really cool. I'd love to have a tiny drone that I can fly through gaps. A windy day like today, like that tiny drone would have just been blowing all over the place. But so this is angle 1. This is planet mode. So I thought that turned out pretty cool. And I really love seeing what the drone's doing in the sky. That's why I like putting 360 cameras on the drones, so I could see what the drone is doing itself. So this is angle 2. There's me over in the left. I always take off without the goggles, just so I can get it up in the air to safe angle. Something I love, the fact that this drone hovers, is so I can get it to a safe spot, then I can sit down and put my goggles on. But this is me at the very beginning. I was watching the drone just to see if it was going to crash or not. So you can see how the drone is bouncing around. What I love about the Insta360 1R camera, and any of the Insta360 cameras, is the GPS, or the horizon stabilization, is wonderful. It's perfect. So if you look at the shine that's on the lens up at the top, and you watch the drone, you can see that the camera itself is bouncing all around, but you see how the drone is just kind of wobbling around all over the place. But the Earth is stable. So that's what I love about this. But you lose that kind of FPV, moving in and out and around and stuff like that. Whew, getting tired. I told Adrian he could come in whenever he wants to, but man, I don't know if I can last till 10 tonight. So I thought this was a really cool angle. I like the curvature of the Earth. It's kind of a unique view. You can see a little bit of the drone in it, see what it's doing. And if you look closely, I don't know if you guys are used to looking at 360 video, but if you look closely at the front, the driver's side leg, the front left leg, it's cut off because the Insta360 is the 1R is a thick camera, so the stitch line is really big. But yeah. And then there's nothing I can do about the stitch line around the lens at the top. So every time I'm pointed at the sun, there's kind of a weird halo effect. But all in all, like, it turned out pretty good. It just, while I was flying the drone, it was freaking me out because it was losing GPS. It was also, I got a high wind velocity warning on the drone. So yeah. So that's what, so that was that angle. I thought that was a pretty cool angle. The third angle is if I was using the Insta360 1R as a regular camera, like not doing any kind of weird tiny planet stuff, but using it as just a camera. Every once in a while, the blades will get in there, but we'll show that after this one lands. So Jim says he loves his 1R. That's awesome. Jim, do you have the action camera and the 1-inch sensor mod for it? So this is the angle that I just talked about. Hopefully it'll start playing soon. Wow, I'm looking at that on my screen and it does not look that good at all. That's not good. So this turned out pretty cool. This would be comparable to like a DJI Action 2. Thought it turned out really, really well. I did this is from the Insta360 1R. The horizon is pretty level. The poles on the left and right are straight, but every once in a while you'll notice the blades will come into view and then the blades will go this way. And that's because the stabilization of the camera is compensating for, the turns. So as the drone's turning, the video on the Insta360 1R is actually turning slower than that. So Jim said he's got the 4K mod, but not the 1-inch. Okay. So I'm thinking about putting the 1-inch mod on there and just seeing what that looks like. The 1-inch mod is a little heavier, so I don't know. And every once in a while you'll see the whenever the drone stops, it'll like, push the blades back, like turn the brakes on, and you'll see the drone like come into view there. So Let me know for you guys if it's really pixelated on your end or if it looks good. I'm looking at my live stream over here and it looks really pixelated. So I'd be curious as to whether it's pixelated or not. And I've got it set to share in 1080, so it should be looking pretty good. So Jim said he also has the aerial edition for the Mavic Pro. I have that as well. Have you ever used it? Do you like it? I did one video with it and it didn't turn out very good at all. So Interactive DNA said very low resolution. Spat says he's watching in 1080 and it seems fine. So, yeah. Interesting. So Interactive DNA says it's how I'm streaming. I'm using Melon, so it should be better than this for what I'm paying for it. Jim's Droning says it's pixelated too. That stinks. What's up, Marcel? So we've got a bunch of people in here that are not part of the club yet. So if you look down on that side, all the way over there, there's a link as well as pinned in the chat. If you click on that link, it'll open up the club and you guys should register and hang out on the club with us. It'll be awesome. So I'm going to hide that. I'm going to go ahead and remove everything else from the stream and see if that's going to help at all. Remove that. I'm going to kill that. So there's only one video in my queue right now. So we're going to show that and see if that works out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go ahead and share the video by itself. So let me pull that up. All right, let's see how this is going. Yeah, Interactive DNA. I'm going to use Melon. I'm not going to use OBS. I understand that it's free, but I've been down that path before. The reason I chose Melon and StreamYards before was so that I could have people on the chat and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I deleted everything off of the stream, and now that looks good. So let me know if that looks better on y'all's end. But I just did a flip there. Did that with 360 editing. It wasn't that great, but I just wanted to try some funny things. In here. But this is me just kind of putting my 360 video in Final Cut Pro and then setting keyframes and then changing the X, the Y, and the Z. So move it all around, flip it around. So I think it turned out pretty cool. I see Eat More Possum is back there moderating. I appreciate that. Okay, so so Charles says it looks a lot clearer to him, and it looks clearer to me as well. So so yeah. So I thought this was kind of fun. I'm looking behind me. That's something you can't do with your drone that's just pointing forward. Is so like with the 360 camera, I can see where I've been. I can see where I'm going. I like all that, and I even like the props being in the shot a little bit. So this is me just hanging on. Everybody's trying to figure out what's wrong with me. My internet's great, y'all. I've got fiber going on, but it's the cloud-based service. Something else that I'm also doing, which is probably taxing on my computer, is I'm recording it locally. So once it's recorded locally and then uploaded to the cloud, then all of that will be posted on YouTube from there. So I think all that's going to work out. So this is me landing. I tried to do like a spiral, but I didn't think about it. Like I did this right before the live stream, so I didn't really try very hard. But I thought I was going to keep the drone where it was and make it spiral down, but I made the whole thing spiral down. So that was all I wanted to show you guys. I thought that turned out really, really cool. Yeah, so look forward to that video coming out this week. So yeah, let's talk about Project Red. Interactive DNA, since you are talking a lot about live streams, let me show you something. Nope. I hit the wrong button. Dang it. All right. So this is the club, and I'll take my banner off. So this is the AV Club. It's a social media platform that I created on my own website. And it is a way for all of us to get connected, to hang out, to post knowledge, to post creativity, to post videos, photos, all that good stuff, to a bunch of people that want to see that type of stuff. A lot of places on Facebook, or like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, are great ways to get yourself known. But if it's anything like my Facebook, like I have I think like 500 or 600 people on Facebook that are my friends, that are people that I've known in my life. Okay, so I either went to high school with them, went to college with them, went to church with them, met them one time somewhere. I'm friends with a lot of people that hang out in this chat, like Brent and Nacho, several people, Steve. But Facebook is full of, people having babies, people getting married, people being political, people talking about the Super Bowl, people, there's all this extra life stuff that happens on Facebook that it's hard to see. Like every once in a while, someone will post like a video of a drone, or they'll post a picture, but it's all cluttered with everything else that's happening in life. So so this is so what I've done with the AV Club. This is just a way for people that watch my channel, people that friends of people that watch my channel, like anybody that has creative videos they want to share, photography, live streaming, all that kind of stuff. So what I've done here is I've created groups on the site, and it's kind of like a forum mixed with Facebook type of site. Okay. I have ads over to the right. So these ads, this is the only place that I'm ever going to put ads, is over on the right. And hopefully they will pay for the website in a year. Right now I've made $9 on it, and I think I've spent maybe $150 on this website. Okay. But with that, every month we do projects. This month is Project Red. So you have a week to post a video on the club with something red in it. And we'll watch them all on my live stream next week, and we'll vote for the following week, and then you can win a t-shirt from me. Or last month, I gave away a hat and some stickers and stuff like that. So, but in here, I've got live streaming. And so this is a group just on live streaming. So if you want to share your live streams, I actually thought about putting together a calendar, and everybody can add their live streams to it. And I thought that would be kind of cool, so that we can all start building, building a schedule of everybody's live stream, because just about everybody I talk to on here has a live stream at some point during the week. So it'd be cool to have, club members post their live streams. And then, and I tried to do forums for a while, but forums were filled with so many spammers and so many trolls that it was hard to find a regular person. So this club is set up with, it's got CAPTCHA on the front end, so that spammers still get through. But I've been watching the member list closely, and if they've got a random email address and they haven't posted anything for a week and they've never updated their profile, or the whole thing is just like selling sunglasses or something like that, I'll just kick those members. A lot of the people that are still on here, like right now, Mr. Spat, Jeremy is actually on the club right now because he's got a little green dot next to his name. So I know he's not listening to what I'm saying. He's looking at the club. No, I'm just kidding. But it's I've tried to set up groups that were focused on people, or focused on what you guys are interested in. So I watch every week that I'm on the live stream. I watch what you comment about. I see what you guys comment about on other people's live streams. So I'm trying to build just a community around things that we really, really like. So, so what I've got here, this is, I've started to use Melon. So I posted here. And then I went live on Adrian's channel. So I posted a link to Adrian's live stream on here. So anyway, that's a live stream. So Interactive DNA, if that's something that you're really, really into, and you can really, really, other people can really benefit from what you have to say, join the club, join the live stream group, and start posting stuff. Post, like, if you've got tutorials on your channel, or if you've got, if you want to set up like counseling, or not counseling. Is that counseling? Is that really? I forget what the word is, but like if you want to set up those things, you can do it here. And other people, there's a lot of people already in the members list that have live streams on their channels. So I said a lot of people. Yeah, Mel has a live stream I know of. Adrian Mateo's got one. Maddie and his drones. Maddie's Drone World has them. Speaking of photos, looks like Spat's putting up some pictures. That looks really cool. FPV Atlas version 3. I love that case for your camera case. Or is that the front bumper? Oh, it looks like it's a hinge that goes over and holds the camera. That looks awesome. Did you 3D print that stuff yourself, or did it come that way? Carbon fiber, nice. It looks solid. That's a cool little drone. It's awesome. So Spat said that he printed the flip out case. That looks really cool. Did you do you have a multicolor 3D printer, or did you print it in layers and then swap out the filament? I can talk 3D printing now if you want to. That's something I need to add, as a 3D printing group. I think that would be cool. So Interactive DNA says it might not even fit on my live stream. That is great. I share my professional knowledge from AI design, 2D, 3D, how to stream in 4K and 8K, filming application design. Yep. So start creating groups on the club, and different people will join them, and you guys can start chatting about that kind of stuff. That'd be awesome. So yeah, everybody join the club that's not joined yet. Everybody like and subscribe to each other's YouTube channels if you are not already. And Resler Mania shows up right before I'm about to quit. What's up, Resler? That's good, because I'm calling it a night anyway. I appreciate your comments, man. So with that said, I hope you guys like this stream. Just a reminder, you have 1 week left to submit something to Project Red to be entered into the contest. Again, it's a 2 to 2.5 minute video with something red in it. That's the only rules. You have to be a member of the club to submit and vote, and you have to put your video on YouTube and put a link in the club so we can see it. And that's it. I thought that was a good live stream. I feel like I talked nonstop tonight. There was no dead air. But yeah. So hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications. I want to put out more videos, more live streams about drones, action cameras, regular cameras, all the good stuff, y'all. Have a wonderful night. Peace out.